Okay, we're going to review Sig Fig calculations and rounding. Okay, so significant figures are really about the uncertainty in the measurement that we're making. A digit that must be estimated is called uncertain. And if you recall, the significant figures are recording all of the known or certain digits and the first uncertain digit. Okay, so it is all of the known digits, okay, or the tick marks. And the first estimated digit, and you really should only estimate one digit, okay, and those are all together known as the significant figures. Okay, so rounding off rules, we're going to use these rules. If the digit to be removed is less than 5, then the preceding digit stays the same. So if we look at the number 5.64, it has 3 significant figures. Say we want to round to 2 significant figures. We're going to want to round to this number so that we're left with 2 significant figures. You're going to look at the number that follows. If that number is less than 5, then this digit will remain the same. And your answer should be expressed as 5.6. If the digit to be removed is equal to or greater than 5, then the preceding digit is increased by 1. Again, we're going to have to round this number that has 3 significant figures to just 2 significant figures. To end up with 2, we're going to want to round to the ones place. We look at the digit that follows, one digit that follows where we want to round to. That number is greater than 5. So I have to increase this 6 by 1. So our final answer should be 5.7. In this number, 3.861, say we want to round to 2 significant figures. We're going to want to round to the tens place. We look to the number directly following it. It is a 6. That's greater than 5, so I need to round this 8 to a 9. Our answer should be rounded to 3.9 if I want to round to 2 significant figures. This is very, very important. In a series of calculations, you carry all of the extra digits in your calculator to the final result. You only round the final result. That's why it's important that you just do the calculations in the calculator. There's more room for error if you're writing them down and putting them back in and forth. All right, so ready? I'm going to write this in big letters. Only round the final answer. Do all your calculations first, carry all the digits, only round the final answer. Okay, so let's look at significant figures and mathematical operations again. If I multiply 1.342 times 5.5, my answer is 7.381. Looking at the numbers I rounded, this has 4 significant figures. This has 2 significant figures. I need to round my final answer to 2. I look at the place that's going to be left when I round to 2. I look at the digit following it. That's greater than 5, so I need to round this 3 up to 4. For addition or subtraction, I'm going to round to the one with the smallest number of decimal places. That's the decimal place you're going to round to. Again, if I'm looking at 23.445, I want to identify the estimated digit. Here's my estimated digit, 7.83. Here's my estimated digit. The hundreds place is farther left than the thousands, so I'm going to round to this number. Looking at the number following it, it's a 5. That means I have to round this 7 up. My answer should be recorded as 31.28. Here are some practice problems. Pause the screencast and we will, I'll go through the steps in just a moment. But pause it, come up with your answers. Let's see if we agree. I hope that you paused it to come up with an answer. Putting this in the calculator, I come up with an answer of 1.16694 grams per milliliter. Looking at the numbers I divided, this one has 4 significant figures, this one has 2. My answer should be rounded to 2. To round it to 2, I'm going to have to round it to the tenths place. Looking at the digit immediately following it, it's a 6. So I'm going to have to round that round up to 1.2 grams per milliliter. Adding these two numbers, I have 9,232 grams. Looking at this number, the zeros here, there's no decimal point, so this is my estimated digit. This is my estimated digit. This is the hundreds place. This is the ones place. The hundreds is farther left. I'm going to have to round to this place. I look at the digit following it. It's less than 5. So I'm going to leave this number alone. My answer should get rounded to 9,200 grams.